Well, hi everyone, this is Travis Spencer again, and I have chosen to do my final project on the internet and how that interacts with my church and the place where I do vocational ministry, Summit Christian Church. Guys, the internet has done a ton for society. Some things that aren't so good, but there is a ton of really awesome stuff, and the internet has kind of revolutionized the way that we go about church, the way that we go about spreading the gospel. According to the Barna Group, 50% of Bible readers use the internet to access it. That includes not just the Bible, but any kind of looking up references or devotionals, anything of the sort. 70% of nonprofit groups, including churches, consider social media to be one of their best ways to communicate. I know for us at Summit, using the internet and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that's free advertisement for us to get the message of the gospel out and to help people find a church home if they don't have one already. The internet has been absolutely instrumental in furthering the gospel and other Christian teachings and ideas, and I'll go into how Summit does that a little bit later. Regulations, statutes, liability. So, foreign censorship for us is a really big deal. And foreign censorship breaks down into two major categories, but in this I'm only going to cover two. The first one is going to be the incitement of racial or religious hatred, or two, the protection of government interest. With the incitement of religious hatred, there are many governments that choose to censor their internet in regards to keeping their people from not knowing about another religion. According to the USA Today, North Korea has the most restricted internet access, and I apologize for my dog playing with a squeaky toy. When other countries choose to restrict their internet access based on religious reasons, this can absolutely stop or prevent the gospel from being spread. So there are certain things that we do at Summit that are actually not legal in other countries, nor could they find it on the internet even if they looked for it. So I could not email a link to last Sunday's sermon over to North Korea. It would be shut down, stopped, and I could actually get the person I was trying to send it to in a lot of trouble. Kind of walking hand in hand, protecting government interest. Governments that are ruled by their religious beliefs will censor their internet to protect their beliefs and to keep others from having any reason to oppose the regime. If people really knew and understood the freedom that we have in Jesus, their eyes could be open to the oppression that is enforced upon them. Story after story of God freeing the Israelites, setting the captives free. I mean, Jesus says, "I've come to set them free," and if the Son says they are free indeed. In the past, actually, but much before my time at Summit, but Summit has given sermons and talks and recorded them onto iPods and then taken them over to foreign countries where Christianity was not legal and not okay to preach, and they would hand these out to those that were in kind of the underground churches as a way to spread the gospel, because they couldn't just send an email or do a Skype interview type deal. Ways that Summit can use the internet, man, social media is huge. I said it earlier, it is one of the biggest, and for us it is definitely the biggest way that we communicate. We do a ton of social media posting, and a lot of our pictures, videos, all that kind of stuff, almost everything is exclusively photos and videos taken from our events. And the way we kind of get around some of this is in our waivers. If you're a volunteer, or even a lot of times participants are asked to sign a waiver, and in every waiver that we have, it gives us permission to post pictures or video of them or their children, if their children are involved. And they do have every right to ask us if they see something and they want us to take it down. We are more than welcome to edit something out or take something down entirely. One of the best practices as a Christian is how we leverage the internet to continue to make Jesus famous. So, like I said earlier, there was a time in Summit's life where we would sneakily record things on the iPods because we couldn't actually use the internet. But man, there is so much that we do as far as global outreach that the only way we're even in contact with some of these people is through the internet. We would have no way of contacting them any other way. And so that's been huge to help get those of us at Summit on the other ends of the world to really continue to walk out the Great Commission. We at Summit, we send teams multiple times a year to Bolivia, Cambodia, and to several places in Kenya. And we do some local things as well. As Christians, at the end of the day, we should be telling the truth in love, and ultimately we are to represent Jesus well using the internet. That includes what we do on our own personal time, and how we as Summit Christian Church represent Jesus. So we are called to be honest, loving, kind, and what we post, how we post, and how we interact with people on the internet, especially what we view behind closed doors, what we do when no one else is around, is a huge step and a huge part of the integrity at Summit Christian Church. Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great day.